thank you for watching. I am super excited about the video that you are going to see today. Now, Jason Wu once said, and excuse me, he once said that Alyssa is the great-grandmother of all of the Integrity dolls that you see today. And of course, Jason Wu had his muse in Alyssa several times throughout the years, especially in the beginning years of Integrity Toys. Another fun fact that I want to let you know is that no other character in Integrity history has been a bride more than our Alyssa. Count them.
You own everything.
So when it was announced that Jason Wu would once again revive Alyssa as his muse in his new Jason Wu doll from Integrity Toys, the Alyssa Bride doll, I was super excited because, of course, I remembered when Jason Wu did this in 2000 with Alyssa as his muse. And that is the doll that I will be unboxing today. That is Wedding Couture Alysa by Jason Wu from Integrity Toys as our flashback doll from 2000. Let's take a closer look. This is the box for Wedding Couture Alysa by Jason Wu. And as some of you may remember, or a lot of you actually may not remember, Jason Wu used Alyssa as his muse. He actually said this at a convention where he said, Alyssa is the great-grandmother of all of the Integrity dolls that you see today. And he's actually used Alyssa as his muse in several different dolls, and he said that he was using her, kind of practicing, getting ready for fashion royalty and all the lines that came from that. So one of the things I just wanted to point out, of course, now I wanted to show you on the box here, it's just a plain white box, and you can see they also have the, Alyssa font or the font that they used for most of the Alyssa dolls. And you can see, of course, by Jason Wu. But I wanted to show you down here that says this is a limited edition and a dealer's exclusive. Now, I'm going to pull back just a little bit so that I can open this. And this is actually very easy to open. I just open the lid. Voila, and as you can see, we have our doll. Wait, something slipped out, and it looks like it is a certificate of authenticity. Look at this. You want to pause the video just to read that, but look at that. Wedding Couture Alysa by Jason Wu with his signature on it. I don't know if it's a real signature, but looks like a real signature to me, so I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to pull back again. And I did notice as I was pulling away from the camera that the bouquet from the doll actually fell out. So I'm just going to put this to the side while we go in. I'm going to see if I kind of straighten her head a little bit. Her ponytail is kind of large, so they have her head off to the side. But this is the, of course, Alyssa 1.0 sculpt. This year is the year 2000. Now, as you can notice here, her head looks a little bit larger than the Alyssa that I usually showcase on this show. For some reason, after, I think starting the year 2001, the Alyssa head really got in line with the rest of like the fashion royalty dolls and with the size. But before 2001, it was a little bit larger. But what I love and can appreciate about the larger size, although I do prefer the smaller size, I love that you can really see the proportions and the details of her face. Absolutely beautiful. And it is the face that I fell in love with years ago. And look at that screening. As you can see, Jason Wu, when I say he, really was experimenting. This is not something that we saw with a lot of the Playline dolls with Integrity Toys, and they were gearing up, I guess, with their fashion royalty. And he said that he was experimenting with the Alyssa doll with the screenings and designs and all sorts of stuff. You can see her beautiful red hair here, and of course that beautiful pearl headpiece that goes on to the veil. Let's scroll down just a little bit. Look at those pearls. And I'm really loving the detail that I'm seeing on the dress. What's really interesting is that the veil is so large that it actually expands the entire top half of the box. And then when you look at the lower half, the train on the dress is so huge and glorious that it takes up the lower half. Very cool. So as you can see, this is the redhead version of this doll, but there actually was a blonde version of this doll that I want to show you. This is the blonde version of Wedding Couture Alyssa, and although I'm not going to be opening her for this review, I did want you to take a look at her just to see what the alternate version looked like. And as you can see, it's the same hairstyle. The screening is pretty much the same. And the only difference is that she is a blonde. I really do like both the blonde and redhead versions of this doll. But I did want you to look into her eyes. The doll that hypnotized me back in the day. So this is the blonde version of the Wedding Couture Alyssa by Jason Wu. This is a close-up of Wedding Couture Alyssa by Jason Wu, and this is the redhead. Now this is actually, of course, the Alyssa 1.0 head sculpt, and it's absolutely beautiful. But one of the things that's actually really special about this doll is that she was done in FR white, which wasn't really done a lot. So of course this was Jason Wu kind of experimenting with the whole skin tones with different, with the dolls. So I absolutely love that this was kind of, a different look for Alyssa. Now this doll was made in the year 2000, and something happened, I don't know, I guess after 2000, in 2001, the head size kind of shrank a little bit. It was the same, but kind of shrank. So here's one from 2001. You can see this difference in the size. It's the same head sculpt, but for some reason, 2001, she shrank. Thank goodness. Woohoo! Beautiful doll, but I do prefer the smaller head. But I did want to show you that there is kind of a difference prior to 2001 with the Alyssa 1.0 sculpt. I also want to show you, of course, the detail of the pearl necklace here, and you can see the little clasp, and this is early Integrity jewelry. Very cute. And you can see the earring with the stick pin. Remember when a lot of the dolls came with those back in the day? Very, very reminiscent. I love it. So I want to go in on her makeup because I absolutely love the screening. We did not get Alyssa with blue eyes very often, which I'm glad of, but when he did it right. Look at the eyeshadow with this. This is really early, FR type of screening, especially for a doll that would be considered Playline. This was a dealer exclusive, but absolutely you can see where he was really getting his practice in on the Integrity dolls. So I am going to scroll back some. I do want to show you some of the detail. I will do a 360 with her, but I did want to show you, since this is especially a Jason Wu dress, I wanted to show you some of the detail so that you can see in the back it has the buttons. Also, she's got the gloves that go all the way up to past her elbows, the kind of opera gloves. And you can see also the back of the dress. We've got this bow here, but we also have this train that's sewn on, and it's very long. I'm going to pull back a little bit so you can see just how big. Look how big that is. This is a really large train for this doll. And of course, the dress kind of all tapered in at the waist. Very cute. I'm going to pull it back again just a little bit because I do want to show you some of the articulation. This is early playline articulation. So her arms do not have articulation at the elbows or at the wrist, but her arms do kind of move around, which is just fine, although I do prefer the more modern day articulation. Also, her legs have the 3 clicks, just like another doll that we know of. So it's really limited in its articulation, but I appreciate the fact that we at least have that with this doll. I also want to show you the detail with the veil. As you can see, the pearl detail. And I'm just going to go back so that you can see kind of how the hair is done. Her hair is tied up, and you can see there's a string that's supposed to keep the bang part in place. And you can see it's kind of tied up into a bun, and it's all tied in together. So very, very nice. You'd have to be really careful if you're going to remove the veil from this doll. I wanted to take a really quick look at this. I love the Wedding Couture Alysa by Jason Wu. We've got the kind of signature kind of thing on there. But I love right here. This certifies that your beautiful Wedding Couture Alysa doll is an authentic Jason Wu design produced by Integrity Toys, Inc. exclusively for authorized doll dealers. Very cool. So just for clarification, it turns out I actually do have an extra redhead in the Alyssa Museum, which is why I'm able to open this red here. So anyway, I was looking at the certificates of authenticity to see if I could figure out the edition sizes. So it looks like for the blonde, the edition size is 500, and I have number 142 of 500. Now, for the redhead, I thought actually the edition size was lower, but according to the certificate for the redhead, the certificate is 325. So the redhead edition, there are only 325 of these out there worldwide, and I had number 63. Now, of course, because I opened my redhead and I have the one with the signature, as you can see, the others do not. So this one actually is Jason Wu's signature. So this will definitely be returned and sitting in the Alyssa Museum. Oh, I can't wait. I would like to welcome our panel. First, we have Alyssa's best friend and the OG Integrity fashion doll, JANAY. Next, we have fashion icon and queen of Mattel, BARBIE. And last but never least, actress, model, singer, Alyssa Rodriguez. So because the train on the gown on Wedding Couture Alysa by Jason Wu is so large and elaborate, I'm going to kind of do a different kind of 360 for Wedding Couture Alysa. So I'm going to go in, of course, on her screening first, and you can see the beautiful face. We can go straight on if you'd like. And look at the screening. Absolutely beautiful. I love this sculpt so much. Like I said, I really prefer the 2001, but I really do appreciate the original here with the larger size, because you can really see what they were really intending to do with her face. And I just love just what they've done. Also, you can see the beautiful red hair. Again, this is a color you don't usually see on an Alyssa doll, so very cool. Again, also you don't see her in FR white very often either, so this is a nice treat. And you can see the earrings, and of course the faux pearl necklace that matches the earrings there. I'm also going to take a look at some of the detail on the gown and also the long opera gloves. Look at the little pearl bracelet. Very cute. And you can see some of the stitching on the gown here. One of the things I also want to show you is that she can actually hold the bouquet that comes with her. The little stem of the bouquet is actually bendable, so you can kind of work it so that she can actually hold it in her gloved hand, which is really cute. And you can see the bow that is behind the gown, and I'll show you that in just a second. You can also see how the gown is really just tapered there, and it goes to the shoes. Again, this display stand does not come with this doll, and you can see just how behind there, how elaborate and long this train is. So because of that, let's turn this doll around and take a look. So I have turned Alyssa around, and as you can see, look how beautiful that train is. Now, of course, it does need some pressing, light pressing, of course, because the fabric is so delicate, you know, just to get out some of those wrinkles from being stored. But you can totally see what Jason Wu was doing here. Absolutely beautiful. I would just, oh, now I want to go get me an iron or a steamer or something just to kind of steam that. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, we've got the bow here. Now you can actually see the buttons here, so that's not as cute. But before my big man hands, it was actually really easy to, you know, to button or unbutton this. And then you can also see in the back the pearls, and I'm just going to lift this just a bit so that you can see a closer look at the latch, as this is early jewelry for Integrity Toys. I also wanted to give you kind of a side profile so that you can see what she looks like from the side, of course, but also that you can see how the veil is, the detail, of course, with the pearls, which is absolutely beautiful. And you see how it's kind of tied into a ponytail bun kind of thing in the back, and is actually tied into it, so that if you get this doll and you actually want to remove the veil, be very careful when taking it off, because you might mess up the hairstyle. And just because this is kind of a rare opportunity, I did want to see the branding on the back of her head. And you see it says Integrity 1996. Okay, panel, so I would like to get your thoughts on the ultra limited Wedding Couture Alyssa by Jason Wu. Janae, I'm going to start with you, and I see that you already have a note for me. And you say, I reminded Alyssa that this was just a photo shoot. She really didn't have to get married. And Barbie, you have a note for me, I see. And you say, I don't know why Jason Wu works with this big-headed hooligan. Oh, no, she didn't. And Alyssa, I see that you have a note. And you say, here is a reenactment of what happened at wedding number 5. If anyone has any reason why these two should not be married, please let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Alyssa seems to have a note. I don't know if now's appropriate or not, but Where's Jason? Aren't I marrying Jason Wu? Oh, no, she didn't. Well, it looks like wedding number 5 got off to a bumpy start. All right, well, thank you, panel. So it was absolutely wonderful and fun to take a peek back in time with this Jason Wu Alyssa wedding doll, Wedding Couture Alysa specifically. I love the red hair. I love that he went with a variation on the skin tone with having it being FR white. I love that the dress, you can see early fashion royalty nods in this gown. You can really see he was really practicing what he could do in future dolls with the integrity line. So I absolutely love it. And I love that Jason Wu loves Alyssa. So I'm very excited about this doll, and I'm very excited to have an unboxed version of both the blonde and the redhead for the Alyssa Museum. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please make sure that you click the like button. That's how I know that you like my videos. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please make sure that you do that today. I have a lot of exciting videos coming up very soon, and you're going to want to get notified of when I come up with these new videos. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.